Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to the General Hospital spoilers for Monday, February 5, Dante Falconeri will regret not being able to do more for Spencer Cassadine, who was thought to be dead in Paris following his last confrontation with Esme Prince. Dante speaks with Sonny Corinthos about Spencer's terrible destiny, and then they discuss Sonny's threat and the danger that has broken out in Puerto Rico. Dante will infer that Sonny is implying that it was an inside job, when he suggests that only someone who is familiar with all of his operations and procedures could have done this. In the interim, Lucy Coe will make a sincere request of Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, in the hopes that he will agree to resume their romantic relationship. Lucy appears to be in a state of distress as a result of Martin's apparent resistance, so Scott Baldwin, Ken Schreiner, will attempt to console her by acting as though she is capable of surpassing Martin. Nancy Lee Grun's character, Alexis Davis, will be feeling guilty about what happened with Esme Prince, Avery Pohl, at her office. Given that Esme used the invader's credit card to purchase her Paris trip, Alexis might share some of the guilt for Spencer's demise. Naturally, Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, will convince Alexis that it wasn't her fault and attempt to cheer her up with a surprise. Following her reunion with Ace and Nicholas Cassadine, Laura Collins will be a jumble of emotions on Monday's GH episode. While Laura was relieved to see Nicholas again at last, she will show him some tough love on Monday's show and make hints that he should be in prison. Nicholas might contend that since he already feels awful enough, there's no reason to hold him accountable for Spencer's passing. There's a strong possibility Spencer would still be living it up in Paris with Trina Robinson right now if Nicholas hadn't turned up and left with Ace. But what's done is done, so Laura might encourage Nicholas to give up running and take on Ace's role as a true father there in Port Charles. Esme is unlikely to do any significant jail time because she isn't available to testify against Nicholas at this time. Regarding Anna Devane, she will present Jordan Ashford to John Cates, also known as Jagger, but he will emphasize that he has outgrown the moniker. Jordan was warned not to interfere with John's inquiry, and it appears that John was the one on the other side of the door when Jordan received his reprimand. Anna will still believe that this is a fantastic chance for them to work together. Given that Anna and Jordan are clearly not going to let this go, will John consent to collaborate with them? Now that John is back in Port Charles, there may still be some surprises in store for General Hospital fans. Stay tuned for updates on all the amazing news that is yet to come. Be sure to make CDL your go-to place for the most recent General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that a number of soap opera viewers were conflicted by a recent departure from General Hospital. After falling off a ship with Spencer Cassadine, Esme Prince made a dramatic exit and was thereafter thought to be dead. Naturally, many GH watchers don't think Esme is gone for good because she has survived similar exits in the past. But as far as we know, Pohl had a beautiful farewell behind the scenes and has already finished filming. While it's possible that Pohl will return to the part of Esme in the future, many fans are hoping that she will land a new soap opera contract and succeed in a long-term role elsewhere. This leads us to the conflicting emotions we raised on Pohl's exit from GH. It was wonderful to watch Esme, a cunning lady who committed terrible things, suffer some repercussions and be written off. It was difficult to say goodbye to Avery Pohl at the same time. Pohl demonstrated her talent as an actress during her tenure in Port Charles, particularly when it came to portraying the ultimate con artist. We believe Pohl would be a fantastic choice to play an older Sydney DiMera because of this. Sydney has a history of scheming as the daughter of E.J. DiMera and Sonny Brady. Pohl makes a perfect deceitful sibling to Johnny DiMera and Allie Horton, so perhaps Days could consider picking her up and allowing her to make her debut as a Sydney DiMera recast. Sydney could return home to Salem and create quite the stir, maybe emerging as the town's newest troublemaker. Sydney shaking things up and maybe expressing interest in joining the Dimura family business would be entertaining. Days may choose to cast Pole as a new character instead, but it's always a plus when the program can use on pre-existing connections and just bring back recast versions of DOL characters. Let's hope Days takes advantage of this chance to bring in a wonderful cast member, because there has already been a lot of social media push from fans anxious to see Avery Pole thrive as Sydney or in another soap opera role. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Sydney will undoubtedly need to make a comeback at some point, so be sure to check back for any casting announcements pertaining to the character. Consider CDL your one-stop source for Days of Our Lives news, updates, and more tantalizing spoilers. Given how out of control everything has become, General Hospital spoilers indicate that Laura Collins will give Nicholas Cassadine a hard time. Since actions have repercussions, Laura can become enraged and complain that Nicholas drove Esme Prince insane by taking Ace Cassadine. Even though Esme was insane, she was a wonderful mother to Ace, at least until her memories vanished. Laura will be upset with Nicholas for taking Ace without warning because he was not present to be a decent father during those months. It was an awful call that undoubtedly resulted in catastrophe. Laura will be furious with Spencer Cassadine's unfortunate outcome and could make the claim that Nicholas should quit chasing Spencer. According to GH teasers, Laura will emphasize that Nicholas deserves in jail, but it's unlikely that he would go there at this point, since Esme is likely dead and cannot testify against him for imprisoning her. Nicholas might announce his return to the public during Spencer's memorial service after Laura likely persuades her son to remain in Port Charles. Perhaps Nicholas will come to regret having left Spencer on those occasions and make a commitment never to do so again. Although Spencer is no longer with us, Nicholas can still pay tribute to him by remaining for this poignant occasion. Given that Spencer's memorial ceremony is approaching, it would be incorrect if Nicholas wasn't present to say farewell. Despite their problems, Nicholas cherished his son and should be present at Spencer's solemn farewell. Naturally, Spencer will return at some point once Nicholas Alexander Chavez's leave of absence expires. So tune in to learn the strategies behind Spencer's survival. At some point in the future, Nicholas and Spencer can reunite as father and son. But for now, Nick needs to figure out how to let him go. Stay tuned for updates on all the surprising news and drama on General Hospital. According to spoilers, there will be more Spencer surprises on the ABC soap opera. Become your go-to source for more exciting General Hospital news, spoilers, and updates by bookmarking CDL. According to General Hospital spoilers, Tracy Quartermaine will be able to persuade Martin Gray that Lucy Coe still desires a relationship with Scott Baldwin. Martin will choose to dump Lucy even if she will deny it, since he will no longer feel like the only person in her heart. Naturally, Lucy will be devastated by it and in need of some consolation. Given how lonely he is right now, Scott will seize the opportunity to comfort Lucy and convert this into a full-fledged seduction. Before you know it, Lucy and Scott are hooking up on a barn set for a deception photo shoot. Things start to spiral out of control. According to information from Kin Schreiner's most recent interview with Sod, there will actually be bales of hay there, thus it will be a literal roll in the hay. But Martin is about to experience some regret for breaking up with Lucy. Tracy will admit to something, thus it's possible that she was attempting to exact revenge on Lucy and Scott for their blatant plot. Martin might come to the realization that he should have placed more trust in Lucy and regret allowing Tracy to shape his perspective. Martin will decide that he must locate Lucy and make an effort to win her back regardless of the circumstances. In actuality, this might be an additional story point for Tracy, or perhaps everything will turn out even better than she could have dreamed. Nevertheless, as Scott and Lucy are performing the deed, Martin will make the decision to mend his relationship. According to GH rumors, Martin will be horrified and startled when he discovers Lucy and Scott are presumably still undressed for their hookup. It will undoubtedly make Martin believe that he was correct to fire Lucy because it is evident that the two of them still have a strong bond. Lucy will fumble to explain, but Scott will beg Martin to beat it. Although Lucy would contend that she never would have slept with Scott if she had known Martin still desired her, Martin might not find that to be a convincing enough justification. Lucy might be devastated if Martin tells her they're broken up, which would be a huge disaster. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.